Hey guys, this is Icon.
And Kanashika here.
Hey, so we're new to YouTube and we're going to just be doing some Dragon Ball Super and other anime reviews. So we just thought, hey, why not start with this episode? And man, what episode was it to start with?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Alright, so one thing we're going to try to do just to help you guys review, see what we think about it. We're going to split it up into different categories. And while we're talking about the videos, we're going to have different pictures in the background and also video as well.
Also, we're going to have different categories that we are going to present. A few of them may be different from others. Like we're going to have creativity overall, which is give episodes ratings. We like to use the Dragon Ball system or something like that. Creativity is theories and conspiracies and other things like that. We're getting the hang of it, so let's see how long you guys can stick around.
All right, cool. So let's get start into the episode. When we start into the episode, it's really crazy just to see. We have Goku and Trunks going smack dab right into the future, right? So Vegeta's just been stabbed, and so now Goku's fighting Black, right? And so Zamasu's talking to Trunks, and
which was actually a big shock from the last episode. Well, it wasn't really a shock. It was more of a we knew that was going to happen. Obviously, you knew that was going to happen, right?
Well, yeah, well, of course.
I mean, yeah.
It was an episode preview as well, right? So
but you do have some dumb people out there.
Some
saying.
Yeah. So, but the crazy part was though, just after that we have Zamasu kind of give this little speech and this little spiel, and then after that we have Goku and Trunks squaring off against Black and Zamasu. Or Zamas, right? However they
That's
say
how I
it.
say it, at least.
Yeah, it could be either way. But yeah, it's just gonna be just crazy. So the fight, overall, this fight was just crazy, epic, amazing. I really enjoyed it.
What was your opinion about this episode that you spoke to me about earlier?
My opinion, yes. I thought this was the best episode of the series.
Do you guys hear that? You said more than just a series, though.
Yeah, the
entire series.
Yeah, the entire series. I thought this was the best episode of, and I could have short-term memory, but I thought this was the best episode out of Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, and GT and Super. Even though GT is just a fan fiction, it's not real. But yeah, I thought it was the best episode out of all of them.
It was a great episode actually. I did enjoy the fight scenes and the climatic things that were going on in there. As far as the best episode of the series, I don't know if I can completely agree with that. But
you have to agree it's top 5 though, at least.
It's up there.
Especially the fights.
It's up there.
But yeah, so we have Goku and Black fighting each other, and then we have Trunks and Zamasu. And it's cool because during the fight, we have Goku and Trunks have their backs against each other. And Goku's just kind of like, hey, like, we got to fight these guys, and this is serious. And Trunks,
give your all, they're not easy. Yeah,
and Trunks is just kind of like, I can do it. But I just feel, honestly, Goku's a little hesitant. He's like, these guys aren't easy. And Trunks is like, I can do it. So he's just like, all right, well, let's do it, kid. Like, I feel like Goku feels like that.
Another thing, I don't know if it was you or me. Do you feel like Zamasu was possibly, most likely holding back with Trunks at all?
No, I don't feel like he was not at all.
Because Trunks was kind of smashing him a little bit.
Well, Trunks had trained with Vegeta after a long time.
How long?
Trunks was going against Black and Rose as well. And Rose,
that's another thing.
Black was. Why would they hold back?
I just don't see how Trunks managed to do that.
Trunks was in the manga. Trunks Super Saiyan 2 was going against Goku Super Saiyan 3 and holding his own.
Goku was playing with him.
Nah, that's debatable. I don't think so.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't think so. There's no reason for them to hold back. They haven't held back. They didn't hold back against Vegeta. They went straight for the kill shot. So I don't. Even though they're arrogant and cocky, I don't think they would hold back.
I think that was just for show, pretty much. Vegeta wasn't really in their interest box anyway. It was always Goku, if you think about it.
It was always Goku, but also Trunks as well. I mean, they just kind of just want to destroy anyone who's not a
Saiyajin,
who's not a god, right? All these mortals.
Yes.
So continuing with the episode breakdown, we have some really cool shots of so we have one cool shot I really like when it's like we have Black and it's like half of his face, and then we have Zamasu and it's like half of his face.
Epicness.
And their eyes are both the same color. I gotta look back. I don't remember Black's eyes always being gray, but they definitely were gray in this fight scene and for the episode.
I think a lot of people just paid attention to his hair when he first presented his form.
Oh, you talking about Super Saiyan Rick Rose? as I call it, Rick Ross, Super Saiyan Ricky Rose.
You gotta do the voice, man. You forgot it.
Ugh. No, but yeah, I think it was a pretty good fight as well. Just even breaking it down more, we have Goku and Trunks are fighting them, and Goku's at a lot of different times just getting like 2-on-1, and Goku's handling himself pretty well for 2-on-1. I mean, you could tell that Goku's gonna lose, just because usually when Goku 2-on-1 and it's strong opponents, usually I feel he'll, gonna lose. But
he almost always loses unless they obviously are a lot weaker than him. Right.
But even still though, Trunks is able to come in, block some attacks, and then when Trunks does that, Trunks is able to separate, and at first he goes against Black for a little bit just to kind of hold his own, which is kind of cool. But then after that, Goku goes against Black and Trunks goes against Zamasu, and it's cool. The cool thing that we see that happens,
what's that?
Is that Trunks learned a secret technique from his dad. Right? Trunks already had a whole bunch of attacks. And I love Burning Attack. I wish we would have seen him use that again and all that stuff. And I love the sword, how they brought that back, which is classic Trunks. But and the sword's relevant now, in Super. But he now knows Vegeta's ultimate strongest attack. No, not the Big Bang attack. No, not the Gallic gun or Garlic gun, as some people like to mistakenly call it.
Galactic Cannon.
Yeah. Ocean dub. But yeah, no, not those things. Trunks now knows the final flash, which is ridiculous, right? That's such a strong attack. That's something that...
What makes you think? When did he learn the final flash?
During the training.
During the training?
Yeah. That
makes sense.
It just makes the most sense for me.
He also referred to it as his best move. I don't know.
Do I think that's Vegeta's best move?
Trunks' best move.
Yeah. Now, Trunks had some nice, impressive attacks, but getting a move from Goku over, like if Trunks had a Kamehameha, that would be his new best move.
Gotcha.
And if Trunks had the Gallic gun, that would be one of his top 3 moves. But anyway, just like Trunks using that attack, and who he uses on is Zamasu. And the crazy part is we see Trunks use the attack on him, and nothing happens to Zamasu, which if you watch the episodes, you knew nothing was going to happen, because we see Trunks stab Zamasu, and Zamasu he just takes it out of him like nothing happened. And we just
kills within 10 seconds.
Right, yeah. And we see that
seconds.
Trunks just is kind of like astonished what happened. And then after that, we see, Goku's still fighting Black in the background. And then after that, Goku's like, hey, did you defeat Zamasu? I feel like Goku says that kind of like he knows he did it.
He didn't.
But he just kind of like...
I mean, he also referred to him. He also said that, your attacks, none of your attacks are working.
Who's Zamasu?
Goku.
Oh, right.
Trunks did, I believe.
So we see that, and then we see Goku kind of try to regroup with Trunks, but then by that time it's far too late because as soon as that happened, Zamasu does this epic rant about, his just world, how he wants to destroy everyone. This is future Zamasu, by the way, just to say that. Or maybe not.
It's future Zamasu, because not to skip ahead, if you look at the next, later on that episode, they gave the current Zamasu,
his whereabouts.
The origin is getting ready to happen.
Yeah, but time travel has been weird. Oh, we'll get to that more in the creativity part.
There we go.
But, so, what's the crazy part is, so while Zamasu is giving this rant, as soon as he is finished, Black charges up this Kamehameha attack. And we know it's Kamehameha attack now because he actually says the word. So we don't have to worry about, what is this secret technique or whatever it is. It's like, we know what it is. Yeah. It's the same, it looks just like it. Why wouldn't it be Kamehameha?
Exactly.
So Goku is definitely handicapped in this fight by trying to protect Trunks.
Exactly, yep.
I feel like if it was Vegeta, he would be a little bit handicapped, but not as much. Because as soon as Black charges at Kamehameha, we see Goku say to Trunks, hey, leave, Trunks, get out the way. And as soon as that happens, they both let their guards down. Goku Super Saiyan Blue and Trunks Super Saiyan 2, my favorite 2 transformations, by the way. Those are my 2 favorite. But anyway, so he grabs up behind him, right? And he gets him by the neck. And they're like, so you're going to go down with us, Zamasu? But little do they know, or at least they don't fully understand just how much immortal he is.
I mean, he clearly explained it, and Trunks gave evidence that he pretty much can't take damage. I mean, anytime you stab somebody clear through their stomach and they pull the sword out and the wound instantly heals, it has to be obvious that he can't really probably take that much damage, especially after your strongest move, the Final Flash, and he just walks out. I mean, even his clothes were still intact.
Right, which is kind of OD. So the other crazy part is when Black fires his things. Now this time, if we want to talk about someone holding back, I feel like Black held back a lot.
I felt like he and Zamasu held back a lot.
At least for this Kamehameha way. There's no way, I get it, but there's no way it shouldn't have not killed them or something.
That brings something we have to animation or creativity.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. But there's just no way I feel that he couldn't have killed both of them. It just felt like his ha, he just kind of said ha, he just fired it. It wasn't super strong, or he wasn't yelling it. So I feel like if anything he held back in that. But right after that we see Zamasu and Black, they're right in the air, right?
Yep.
And it's crazy.
That's when that double tag team power comes into play. How they have that sibling type, twin mind reading type thing. Right. Or maybe they planned this stuff out. I don't know. But it was super sick when I can't finish it. Nah, let me stop. But when they both flew in the air and they both combined their key energy together and created that giant Kid Buu type vanishing ball, or
kind of like Frieza's attacked you a little bit like that. Yeah, it looked kind of although it looked kind of smaller than both of theirs.
A lot of the attacks seemed pretty small in this episode. That's what I was talking about with the animation. But and Bags, I don't know, but they launched their attack.
Which was interesting.
Vegeta summoned some type of power after being stabbed through the chest.
Right.
I guess that God Key helps a little bit.
Yeah.
And he had to summon up enough energy just to have a key wave strong enough to cancel out their blast, which ultimately gave your boy, who we haven't seen in a while, time to come and grab Goku and Trunks.
You talking about Fatarobi?
Fatarobi.
Yeah. That dude be eating. But no, he was actually useful today in this episode, which was crazy.
If you think about it, he comes in. He's useful in moments where it's time to be useful.
Yeah, this and a Sand Saga. That's about it.
I mean,
he didn't do nothing in Boo. I actually don't really remember him in Boo Saga.
That's what I'm saying.
And he definitely didn't do anything. Well, in the Cell Saga, he gave him some sensu beans.
But
he grew his own pair. Yeah, but anyway, Yajirobe was basically useful for that. But so what the cool part is we have Zamasu and Black, and so they're just like, we're gonna destroy you guys. But they couldn't because Yajirobe took him. So we see right after we see Black using his key sensing ability, which is interesting because it's something that only Z fighters or Goku could do. So that's something to highlight of note. And then after that, then we see that unfortunately, Mai, whatever you want to say, she saves Vegeta and then puts it in there. May? And then after that, it's a sad moment where we see that Mai's like, oh, I'm gonna have to stay for that.
And then they got into the capsule for the time machine,
right?
And then we see how Black tries to use his instant transmission,
which I forgot to say that earlier. Black has instant transmission, which nice. Is confirmed. And I liked how even Zamasu was just like, don't worry, like he's overconfident, like they will come back, like we don't have to worry about this at all. They're gonna come back,
which makes it cool.
Yeah, so far these guys are like some of the best villains we've seen.
I do give you that. Definitely the more interesting arc out of the entire Super series so far.
Yeah, well, I mean the first two are just movies.
I mean everybody was hyped up on the God's tournament thing.
Yeah, but that wasn't.
That was just downplayed.
That was okay, but even the fights are not so short. Anyway, so basically, like I was saying, we're just gonna go in and talk about how we really felt about the episode and review it. And so we have 4 different categories on how we're gonna do it. And so the first one we're starting off with is animation. So animation-wise, for this episode 57, right? How would you rate it? Out of Dragon Stars. Out of 5.
Out of Dragon Stars, I would give it a 3. I would give it a 3-star Dragon Ball. Mainly because fingers were missing and things like that. And I mean, animation was good. I enjoyed it. It didn't really throw me off at all. I mean, the experience of the episode was still nice, punching really hard and stuff like that. But I don't know. I think all episodes will probably get a 3 stars for me. Waiting for the Blu-ray. Check that out. See how they pumped up the animation in that.
World? I'll give it 4. There were times where Black, his face was a little crazy and his hand was a little crazy as well. We're laughing because inside joke about that. But yeah, I thought I'd give it 4-star Dragon Ball out of 5-star Dragon Balls.
Okay.
So next one we'll talk about is the plot. How do you feel the plot was? Was it engaging, and how do you feel?
It was. The plot was engaging. I did feel like it rushed in a few moments, but
you felt the pacing was a little off sometimes.
Yeah, most definitely.
Okay.
But overall, yeah.
All right. So how many Dragon Stars would you give the plot?
For this episode, I would agree that it's one of the better episodes of the Super so far. So I would give it. Trying to be lenient, maybe 4. Dragon. 4? 4-star out of 5.
Okay. Too bad there's not half stars. I feel like I'd give it. For the plot. The plot was good. I'd give it 3.5. 3.5 or 4 as well. Just because it's just like the episode was it kept me guessing like who exactly is Zamasu, but it's like we need to get to it. Like the pacing kind of like it's really good, but I just feel like we need to like see more out of some of the other characters as well. And there's some parts of the I mean, it wasn't like the old episodes where I felt like the human resistance part was just kind of useless. It was kind of like an homage to Dragon Ball or something like that. But anyway, I give it 3.5 without going into too much detail.
About what you said about not really explaining, I feel like the next few episodes will start to create the origin of Black and Zamasu and everything. I was just looking at the little...
The next episode thing?
Yeah, 2:53 a.m. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. Anyway, yeah, it's pretty late over here, guys. Next, creativity. this is where we talk about conspiracies just really quickly, and we can go even deeper into that in a separate video.
Right.
We don't want this one to be too long, but yeah, creativity. I'll give it 4.5.
4.5.
Dragon stars, even though halves don't exist in Dragon World. But anyway,
I'll give it a 4-star.
You give it a 4?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's just really like, it seems like all of Toriyama's third seasons are like the best. You have Sand, then you have Frieza, then you have Cell, and Cell is such a complex
which is
saga.
ironic in a way.
Right. And they both dealt with time travel and both dealt with Trunks.
Mm-hmm.
And so you have, you have Beerus, then you have, well, unless technically the Universal Gods is third or whatever, but it gets a little murky with that. But usually Toriyama's third or fourth one is about...
That would be considered third.
Right. But it also depends how you split up the the Android saga and stuff like that, even though it's part of Cell. But usually Toriyama's like, it seems like once he gets into it a little bit, he has some complex thoughts. But I'm really eager to see what the next season's gonna be after this, because it may not even be the Universal God Tournament. It may be something completely different. We don't know when it's coming.
I would rather it be something different. I mean, tournaments, I feel like they're trying to bring them back because they did kind of eliminate them from like Dragon Ball Z. I mean, Dragon Ball was like straight tournaments.
Well, you can't have a tournament where every attack is going to destroy the world.
Exactly.
Right.
So, I mean, they can hold off with the tournaments, but I feel like a lot of the fan base may want to see tournaments again, or they may not care.
Right. Which everyone's hyped for the Universal God Tournament.
I mean, yeah, it was.
Hearing
about multiverse and stuff like that.
Yeah, everyone was hyped for it. So overall, what would you give the episode?
Overall episode, I would give it. I did enjoy this episode more than others. It's just really hard to give a 5-star. I would have to give it another 4-star.
Wow.
Dragon Ball.
I will. First episode, I'll be the crazy one. I'll give it 5-star, especially for Dragon Ball Super standards. Like, not to belittle Super or anything, to say it's just the worst out of the whole generation, because I don't think that at all. I think I think it goes Z, Super, or even comedy wise, like maybe Dragon Ball or Super. But yeah, I give this one a 5, just because the fighting, the choreography was amazing, and the animation for the most part was amazing. Plot was good. It accomplished a lot in this episode. It got them in there, it got them to fight, and it got them out. And it gave them reason how to get out and stuff. Even though it was a little crazy to think they would escape. I feel like
I didn't think they were gonna get destroyed that bad.
Yeah, they all came in pretty overconfident. That's the funny part.
That's probably the problem with me, because I felt like they introduced us to this new form not that long ago with these Super Saiyan guys. Super Saiyans are blue, and so far I'm not really too impressed with these new forms. They haven't really demonstrated, what the potential of the power can be if you think about it. Right.
I mean, but
everybody they use it against kind of were like destroying them.
Yeah, but if they weren't, then you would just have overpowered people, overpowered heroes.
I mean, but everybody is overpowering them.
Not that much. They held their own against everybody. Just Zamasu and Black kind of double teamed them. But I also like how Zamasu
fought Black solo.
I
understand that
because he was blue and he was regular.
He turned rose pretty quick.
Not that quick. He did a kick and destroyed Vegeta. He did some hits on Vegeta before he transformed.
That's what I'm saying, though. Like, blue isn't demonstrating the ability.
I like blue. Blue and 2 are my favorites, but I digress. So yeah, that's our review for the episode. So we're pretty similar in that. You guys can look forward to a lot more increased and better quality as far as the actual. There's a lot we have planned for this. Don't worry. So please like and subscribe, as well as all the other YouTubers who do movies and Dragon Ball as well, such as Geekdom 101, and Unreal ENT. Those are probably my two favorite guys. Definitely.
10 likes.
10 likes?
10 likes. That's how many fingers I have, so 10 likes. If we can get 10 likes, that'd be great, guys. Thanks.
I think we'll get hopefully a lot more than that to be overconfident. But yeah, thank you guys for paying attention and watching this video, and we hope to have a lot more interesting conversations for you guys.
And please leave feedback. Feedback is always welcome, and we would love to hear from you guys.
Yeah, because we'd love to do Q&As as well. We have some
most definitely
interesting theories and stuff. So yeah, so this is Icon
and Kanashika,
and we're signing off. See you guys.